What are you thinking today? Telling you. Are you thinking about what if it doesn't work out? What if it happens like it did last time? Or are you thinking empowering thoughts like, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make sure I guard my mind. Guard my mind. Because we know thoughts turn into things. Thoughts create feelings. Feelings create actions. So we got to go to the root. The root is our thoughts. What are you thinking? What are you auto-suggesting to yourself? What is your self-talk like? If we were to put your self-talk on a loudspeaker, what would it sound like? Would we all be just terrified? Would we all be like, oh man, shit, we didn't know Susie was like that. She's a freaking lunatic gangster lunatic. We're gonna stay away. We ain't doing business with her. The reality is, your results in life, your current reality, actually snitches on you. Everybody's reality is telling a story of what's going on between the ears. In your mind, like, what are you thinking? Your feelings aren't facts. Your feelings are just feedback. Man, that took me a long time to understand. And there's days, every day I go through the hero's journey, like straight up. The hero, everybody does. Whether you know it or not, most people are going through the hero's journey, but they're failing miserable. They're losing every time. The hero's journey is, you start off your day and you start off low. You start off, the scoreboard is at 0 again. You start out with step 1, and you got to climb that mountain, and then you got to plant your flag at the top of that mountain like a motherfucking winner, like a boss. But most people never get there. They actually don't even start up the mountain. So the hero's journey is basically, we all wake up negative. We all wake up low. We all wake up not wanting to do shit. But we have to overcome the tests. We have to pass them. Those are all just tests. I had a moment of depression. I had a moment of anxiety. I had a moment of fear. I didn't let that shit get to me. I chose to take control of my thoughts. I used the system to get me back focused, to start thinking in faith, not fear. I prayed, I meditated, I journaled. That's what we do on my program. I teach all my people. Like, look, you have to have a system that creates your success. Most people have systems that create their downfall. Their systems are aligned with failure. Their systems are aligned with them not winning. What does winning mean? Or let me say this. What does losing mean? Losing in life doesn't mean just not having money. Losing means that you don't have confidence. Losing means that you're emotionally all over the place. You're a victim. You have anxiety. You have depression. Now, if you do have moments like that, that doesn't mean you're a loser. It just means that you have moments like that and you can change it. I have moments like that. I have moments of fear, depression, anxiety, self-doubt, all that. But you have a choice. The first, you have to become aware of it. The second is you make a choice. Am I choosing faith or fear today? Because we all know depression is living in the past, anxiety is living in the future, and then the present is you being grateful for being right there. You're not thinking of the future or the past. So I want you to know you have the ability to control your state, your happiness, your inner environment. What is your atmosphere? If your atmosphere is filled with fear, doubt, uncertainty, anxiety, depression, well, guess what? You're outside. I could already tell you what it looks like. You're riddled with toxic people. You're riddled with things never going your way. I guarantee you, you're living check to check. I guarantee you, you're living check to check. I guarantee you, you're overweight. I guarantee you, you're probably dependent on pills, alcohol. You're dependent on food. So your inner atmosphere is going to produce your outside environment. There's no question about it. Your results tell a story. You'll hear me always say that. Your results tell a story. That's why I love results, because it tells me how a person is actually living. How are you living inside? Not outside. So when I see people with, let's say, like a healthy body, they look ripped, they look jacked, they look healthy, they got good skin, they're energetic, they got Lambos, they got material stuff, they got things. I don't see the things. All I see is that their environment, their thoughts, the way that they treated themselves, their self-worth, that's all I see. And I'm like, that's a badass motherfucker right there. Because the hardest thing in the world is not to, like, the hardest thing is controlling your mind. That's really what's harder. So you start with understanding that you have to have a system every single day. A morning system, a midday system if you have to, and a nighttime system. Every morning, I prepare my mind for the hero's journey. I feed and water my mind, my atmosphere, to what I want it to be. Like, I don't want to be a soft-ass victim. You know what I'm saying? Do you? I want to be successful. So I want to be healthy. I want to be jacked. I want to be ripped. I don't want a negative emotion, a negative thought to lead to a negative emotion that leads to me not going to the damn gym. To me, that's a bitch. To me, that's weak. I don't want to have a fearful thought that leads to anxiety, that leads to fear, where I pick up that drink. To me, that's bitch. Straight up. That means, nah, you ain't hard. You just turned into a little baby boy. That's basically what happened. I'm not about it. That's why I don't drink, because I know that I'm running. I'm escaping. So what I'm trying to say is, get yourself a system. It all starts with your thoughts. But it's not good enough to just like know that. You actually have to apply it. And it compounds. It compounds. Like, one day in the gym don't mean nothing. But one day in the gym times 365 days, compounded over time, man, you're going to be jacked. You're going to be looking right. You do that day in, day out, you're going to create like a mental warrior. Like, you're going to create a superhero. That's what it's about. And guess what? Success is going to come your way naturally. It's going to chase you, because you didn't chase the money. You chased the thought. You chased the vision. You chased the man. And that created the success. Let's go get it. Go get it today. Don't crack under those thoughts. Yeah, let's go.